ride with the mob. Alhamdulillah, check you and me and do your job. Berg is the name, Ben Baller did the chain. Torn up for the watch, Prezi plain Jane. Yamagini chain, rest in peace to my superior. Hermes Lunga feed a village in Liberia. PMT taking pictures causing my hysteria. Mama see me all BP and start tearing up. I was talking to niggas, how you get that track? I attended holla picnics where you risk your life. Uncle used to skim work, selling nicks at night. I was only 8 years old, watching Nick at night.
Why y'all ain't warned me? Why? Just want to know why. Some of y'all knew this was going to happen and didn't tell me. Yep. R.I.P. Because I didn't need this in my life, okay? Y'all could have said so. Y'all could have said something, okay? I can't. Why? Why, Joel? I'm still in it, y'all. I'm still upset about it, but that's okay. I'm gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it, okay? We're gonna make it. If y'all are new here, my name is Kay Bly. This is a slice of horror. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up, hit that like button, and hit subscribe if you are not. For more content just like this, all things nerdy, all things horror, turn on your notifications so that you're notified when we drop new episodes to review season 2 of The Last of Us. We are on episode 2, and this was great. It was a lot of parallels in this episode that reminded me of Game of Thrones. So Game of Thrones fans, let me know, is it just me that y'all seen a lot of stuff that reminds you of some of the battles against the White Walkers from Game of Thrones? But y'all know I'm not here by myself. Charles, why you ain't tell me?
Cause man, I thought you knew. I 100% thought you knew though, for real. But yeah, man, yeah, this is the turning point, like in the franchise, totally, like from the game and the TV show. Like fans of this franchise are divided on the Joel death. Like not so much that he died, but how he died. And a lot of it is because of who killed him. Because a lot of the, criticism was like, he's a tough, grizzled old man that survived all this apocalyptic bullshit. And he got killed by a little girl. But it's like, shit happens. And I do think that in this episode and just in this season in general, Abby doesn't come off as like the capable force that she is in the game. She's a tank in the game. She's a big chick, like
right.
Like Gina Garofalo, whatever that shit they played in the Mandalorian and shit. The big burly. She used to be an MMA fighter. She's like that size. And but in the in the TV show, she's a regular little girl. So in that sense, it made it. I can see the fan base not enjoying the aspect of her being a less capable looking character and still pulling off that death scene the way that she did. So, but yeah, other than the discourses about to come from this shit, I enjoyed it.
No. Y'all ain't had to do that. Y'all could have told me this was coming so I could have mentally prepared. Because when the clickers start coming out of the snow, I was like, this is the kind of stuff I want to see. This is exactly what I am here for. I want to see this. But when they got to Joel, I said, oh no, I don't want to see that. I didn't come here for this. Like I said at the end of last episode, I said it's about to go down. Okay, y'all didn't have to let it go down in episode 2 like that. Like this was too much for one episode. Y'all, I see why they slowed it down in episode 1 because they knew shit was about to hit the fan in episode 2. But y'all,
one of the big criticisms for the whole series is that it wasn't enough freaking zombies. So episode 2 Episode 2 probably had more zombie action than we had in the entire series up until now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. And that's what I was here for. I was here. Like they was coming out of the snow, like the White Walkers. They was coming out of the snow like Night of the Living Dead zombies when they come out of the grave. And I'm absolutely here for it. I said, this is what I want. We could have just left it at that. We could have left it at the end where with Tommy and when he was going against the bloater. I said, this is everything. Y'all could have cut out that last I didn't need that in the same episode. That was too much. It was too much for me. I now hate Abby like I hate Ramsay Bolton and Joffrey Baratheon. Because for the Game of Thrones people, Joffrey Baratheon is not a big guy either, but he was formidable because he was just like an evil little piece of shit. Ramsay Bolton was not a big, muscular fighter type guy, but he was a disgusting and sick human. Abby, you have made it to the one of the most hated characters on TV, next to Joffrey Baratheon and Ramsay Bolton.
You know, that's fucked up because that ain't. That's not fair at all. Like,
guess what? Congratulations, I have placed you in that category.
Oh man!
But let's
and this
talk
is
about
why it's not fair. Because I mean, she did come in there and see her dad's brains on the floor. So.
I mean,
what would you do if you could get your get back for the person that killed your father? Man, I'm about to light Buddy up, like.
And that's where some of the fans of the video game, like they, people that knew that was gonna happen, and that they had to play as Abby first. If you play the video game, you have to go through her story first, so you get her perspective. And people who had got her perspective, they completely understood why she did what she did. But it brings me to an interesting parallel, okay? Because everybody know I'm a Walking Dead fan. It brings me to that kind of crossroads where we think about if we would have met Negan before we met Rick, would we have been mad at Negan for killing Abraham and Glenn if we followed Negan first? Because think about it. Rick them started when although Negan the Saviors, they was doing a whole bunch of stuff, but like they wasn't messing with Rick and them. Like they hadn't even went over to Alexandria. Rick and them said we're gonna find their outposts and take out all of their men first.
Yeah.
And they killed those people in their sleep. They snuck in the outpost and killed everybody in the outpost in their sleep. And if you think about it from Negan's perspective, he's like, you killed a bunch of my men in their sleep. And then even before that, Abraham, Daryl, and Sasha like blew up a whole truck of saviors.
No, it was a biker group that was on bikes.
Yes. Oh yeah, they was in the truck.
Yeah, they was in the truck, and Daryl shot the RPG at them, blew them up. Yeah, like they had been killing saviors for a while before they got to the satellite,
correct,
and killed them in their sleep. But the flip side on that, I remember when Negan and Maggie was having a conversation about why Negan did what he did, and he was saying that when y'all killed my people, I had to look at who was left and explain to them that I couldn't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he was rocking a hard place. But Maggie said, yeah, we killed those people, but we didn't kill none of them in front of their families. It was like you took it to a different level. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like because in The Last of Us, because Joel's death is 4 years removed from Abby's father's death, that like she really took it to a different level by tracking this man down over a 4-year period, dragging her friends along with her. And then instead of just killing the man, she tortured the man. It's like, so it's like not only it is in the beginning, you can empathize with her plight, but the way she went about doing it and the people she got involved to do it with her, the risk she put them through, the risk she put herself through, because she almost died trying to do this. And like ultimately the question is like, was it even worth it? Is it even worth it? And she looks like the ultimate villain in the end because of how she did it. But you know, truly, there is everybody in this show is so freaking gray. Like Joel is gray as fuck. Like Joel and Tommy got a history of setting up innocent people, killing people and taking their shit. Like Joel ran through a whole hospital full of people. He killed unarmed people. Abby's dad was unarmed. So it's like everybody's so gray. But the show plays with your emotions by making these gray characters do either good things that make you lean towards their perspective, or make them do heinous things like Abby, you know, torturing Joel instead of just outright killing them, that makes you lean away from their perspective. So they're kind of playing with our emotions, our emotional spectrum when we take in media, because you know, like he was saying, we had started out the journey with Negan. Would Negan's actions be justified to us, or would they be heinous? And you know, this is the same exact thing. So yeah, it's all about perspective, but I'll talk about it later on. For me, I feel like ultimately, even though Joel was selfish in what he did, he is the greater moral good in this situation compared to everybody else. I feel like Joel, no matter the fact that he's a fucking bad guy, morally he was the greatest good in this situation. That's why I feel like the fans feel that too, and that's why we kind of hate Abby. We've been hating Abby since the game.
Exactly. You know, they knew it was at some point in time it was going to come.
Oh yeah,
they knew it was going to come at some point. How did you feel about this scene where they had to like face what's really about to happen outside?
well, I mean this scene really shows how like capable Jackson is as a town. Like I remember like prior to this, when Abby and her group was looking out the window and they saw Jackson, like when they saw it at night, it was like it couldn't really tell how big it was, they just saw lights. But in the daytime, they realized it was an entire freaking town. It was virtually a miniature city. And like for them, that type of civilization, that type of structure, and like you know how they operated like an actual government, that didn't exist, you know, other than here in Jackson. So I found that to be pretty cool because we don't get a lot of that in like zombie media. I know we in Walking Dead we end up getting like the niggas with the armor. What were they called? I forgot what they called. The weak ass white armor they had, like stormtroopers.
Oh, the people from the kingdom?
Not the one that the
Oh,
translated
from the Commonwealth.
Commonwealth, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're on that level, but the Commonwealth was a place that didn't really see. It's kind of like, you know, they didn't really see the apocalypse like that because they were already kind of sheltered when everything happened. They were like rich people who all got, you know, whisked away to a safe place. This right here is people. Jackson is people from all over who have survived the zombie apocalypse, built a community from the ground up, and like they're an actual functional government. You rarely see that. And it's like I know this world has like raiders and you know bandits and just bad people out in the world, but Jackson is such an insulated place, you don't feel that. Like you don't feel the danger from like strange people in this world. Like in Walking Dead, every episode you felt the danger from outside, the danger from beyond.
Oh
And
yeah,
this
and it was
world,
like in the Commonwealth that if you were inside the Commonwealth, it looked like the world had not even been exposed to the
yeah,
apocalypse.
exactly.
Mm-hmm. And it's
Man, this part it was wild to me, man. Like, okay, so they're leaving to go out on a little run. You know,
right.
Ellie had issues with Buddy over her being a lesbian dude. Want to apologize. So I forget her name, but Tommy's wife,
Mm-hmm.
she sets that up and whatnot. And Ellie ain't trying to hear it. That was funny as fuck to
I
me.
would that sandwich though.
I took the sandwich too. It was steak. It was a steak sandwich.
I don't even eat beef, but in apocalypse, if you got steak during the apocalypse, you doing good.
But I do like the fact that Ellie was like, oh, so you suddenly had these feelings. like you weren't a bigot your entire life. Like, get the fuck out of here. But at the same time, the
Like Tommy
man
slapped him
did
up a
try to
few
make
times in the back, or Joel slapped him up a few times in the back.
man.
Off
But
screen.
bro did try to make amends, so you know that was cool. And then the thing about like Ellie and Jesse, I think it was Jesse, the Asian guy. They went out on patrol together,
Mm-hmm.
and she was talking about she wanted to go out with Joel, and then they hashed out the whole like the thing between her and Joel. They
Mm-hmm.
still ain't never said that Ellie knows what Joel did. She said that whatever they got going on is complicated, but she never says that she knows. We know Joel never told her because he didn't even tell his counselor, his his therapist. So I feel like her animosity towards Joel is because she does know. Like I'm not sure how she knows. I don't know. She seemed to like figure it from the beginning. Like she thought he was lying from the beginning, but I don't know how she knows because she's acting like she knows how she acting towards Joel. But she's told Jesse that they worked through their shit the night before. I don't know how true that is. We didn't get to see it, but the biggest thing about the scene with her and Jesse leaving to go out on patrol is like y'all saw the freaking storm coming. Why y'all going out on patrol, man? Like, I mean, Jesse said it's supposed to stay in the mountains, and it freaking didn't. And now y'all got all these people away from Jackson, out on patrol,
Mm-hmm.
stuck in the snowstorm. Like, come
Mm-hmm.
on, man. I don't know. It felt contrived because y'all saw the storm coming, man. We just called it off. I wouldn't have had no damn patrols that morning because there's a freaking storm coming. Like, that didn't make no sense to me.
Exactly. Talking about we need to run on the horse faster. He cold too.
I mean,
how,
like,
how fast are y'all running in the snow?
they live in an environment like Dina got frostbite in minutes, right? They live in an environment where you get caught out in a storm and you're dead. And you
Mm-hmm.
see a storm approaching and you still go out on patrol. I don't know. It just felt contrived. That felt contrived to me. But other than that, cool scene. And then they had Abby, seeing the people on the horses and shit. And then because she's so damn gung-ho about finding Joel, she goes down there to investigate, and her ass surrounded by snow-covered zombies. Like,
I said good for.
he
He should have left. He should have left.
should have left the ass. He definitely should have left the ass. Like, damn, Joe. But you know what?
I said Rick would have left.
Probably. It depends on what part
What
of the
version of
season.
Rick?
Yeah.
What version of Rick would have left? It depends. Yeah, exactly. What season would have left? Like season 1, Rick would have saved her. Season 2, Rick would have.
Man.
Halfway through season 3, Rick, hell no. Season 4, Rick would have saved her. Season 5, Rick would not have.
Rick after the governor, man, that was it.
Yeah.
He was done. He had done lost his wife. Yeah, he was done, bro. Tired of everybody trying to fuck us up. And then the folks from Terminus tried to eat him. He was mad.
He ain't had nothing for nobody after that. He was just like, nah, we don't know them. No new friends.
Oh
Leave them.
man. But yeah, Joe. And this is the one thing too that stuck out to me in the game. They make a real habit of showing how Joel and Tommy talk to people in the world. When they meet new people, they never say their real names because they both have done a lot of screwed up things, and there could be people out there that they're trying to find them. And so I like how the show revealed to Abby who Joel was because it felt more organic. In the game, when in the game, for one, is Tommy and Joel who finds Abby. It's the Joel and Dina. And they save Abby, take her back to her friends at the lodge. And Tommy walks in at the lodge and says, "Hey, my name is Tommy. This is Joel." And I'm playing the game and I'm thinking, bruh, y'all had a habit of not using names. Why are you using names? So that felt very, it felt like bad writing. In the show, though, I feel like they did a great job because Dina calls Joel's name without even seeing that he's with somebody else. If one is not even established, they don't use names. That's the first thing. And then secondly, Dina, not knowing the situation is just trying to see is Joel okay. So she reveals his name. She kind of snitches on him, not knowing. But that felt real. That felt like real good writing to me because I was thinking like, how are they going to do the Joel reveal? Because in the game it felt clunky. Like I was after the whole scene of Joel dying in the game, I was stuck on the why did he use his name? I was stuck on that. More so than just the death itself. But the way it set it up here was perfect. And like Abby not having the muscles and not being as fit and ready as she is in the game, it kind of came through in this scene when she was running from these zombies and shit. She was definitely about to die because like the zombie had overpowered her at the end before Joel.
I think that's what they wanted to give us is that physically, if it was a one-on-one, we know Joel could take her, but she was mentally unstable but calculated, and and that made him not ready.
Yeah, he really let his guard down. I do feel like too, he has a soft spot for like young women. Not to sound creepy, but like
it's that
protector.
Exactly that feeling like he couldn't protect his daughter, so he's like his work is to help other people's daughters to save other
even
people.
If he killed their daddy.
That was his downfall there.
Definitely.
And woo, child, when them clickers came out the snow, I said, this is what I'm talking about here. This reminded me of several episodes of Game of Thrones. There was like when they were with the wildlings out in the snow. Then there was like another battle where people are approaching the wall. Like this scene, these scenes did so much for me here. And Joel even wanted to go back and try to help people, but Abby and her devious ass was like, "No, let's go to safety."
Yeah, well, Joel's plan wasn't the best because Dina was like, we'll die before we get there, right? And Joel was like, I don't care. Abby's like, oh no, hell no, go to the I'm with Abby on that one, whether she was trying to set him up or not. Like, I understand Joel had an obligation to the community. He wanted to get back. Cool. It was a suicide run. And Joel knew it was a suicide run. That was a terrible plan. But yeah, the way Abby was like, no, my friends got. She didn't
Mhm.
lie. She didn't lie at all. Like she told her whole truth. She just didn't tell her ulterior motive. But I do find it funny that when what's her name? Ellie and Jesse was in the damn 7-Eleven taking shelter when the storm came through. But Eugene had weed everywhere. And Eugene was a firefly. I didn't know that. It's like, damn, Joe just killing fireflies. And
I mean, once he got started, it wasn't. He might as well have kept on.
I know, right? But they still haven't gone into detail about how things went down with Eugene either. Like it's funny how they talk about it talk around Eugene and like but the actual incident they don't speak on specifically. Probably for like a future flashback or something, some shit that come full circle with that. But yeah, it's crazy that they had like that Eugene had a whole stash. He had a 7-Eleven with weed in it. He had a gas mask bomb. Like, bro was not in the apocalypse. He was living it up, yo. And then his wife got the nerve to be like, "Oh, Eugene always had good weed." Like, motherfucker, you see his nigga set up, Bro's setup was ridiculous, man. Like, where your electricity coming from? How you got lights?
He was trying to survive another type of way than everybody else.
Hell yeah. Then he got bit though. They keep saying they had to put him down, so he had to get bit or something.
But see, I think that the thing is they were saying like even if he did like get bit, like what if they would have just like let him get home first? Like maybe would have the time of before the infection spread or something, like to say goodbye. But I'm team. If you go, I don't care. One bite, one scratch. It's time to go. But what are we waiting for?
Yeah, I mean,
what are we waiting for?
Shoot my ass! Fuck the brother got bit. Like, goddamn.
Because sometimes the reanimation part takes long. Like, let me tell you something. Them zombies in Black Summer zombie, you got about 30 to 60 seconds to get your ass out of there because the turn rate is like this.
Yeah, I
ain't
remember.
No 24 hours of waiting around with the infection in you. No, you got a head start of about a minute to run.
I think in The Last of Us it goes by the proximity to like a major blood vessel or something like that. It's like you get bit like around your neck or whatever is much faster than you get bit. Huh?
But yeah, I can't take those type of chances.
You're hilarious. I wonder if like chopping off a limb will work. Like you get bit on the hand. Because during the war for Jackson, which is, a dude did get bit on the hand, and the guy he showed his hand. He was like, "Damn, I got bit," and the guy just shot him in the face. But
I mean, it worked in The Walking Dead when they cut Herschel's leg off.
Yeah, but it don't work in most zombie media. It don't work. It worked in freaking World War Z. and that zombie virus turned you in 12 seconds.
See, I guess that would probably have to be another factor of it. How fast is the transfer and and whatnot. But
it seems like it shouldn't be that fast. We're talking about freaking fungi. Like this is a fungus. So like a fungus is a eukaryotic cell. So it is multicellular and it's complicated. So like it has a longer process. It's closer to like animal cells than it is to like bacterial cells. Like bacteria can replicate like that. Viruses can too. Like they just use your cellular machinery to replicate. Fungus takes time to replicate. So I feel like a nigga get bit on the arm, man. Chop my arm off and just see. Just wait.
Wait it out.
Just wait and see, man.
You
I start acting wild, bro. You shoot me there, bro. But
tie you down and just wait
yeah,
it
tie
out
me
for the
up.
day.
Drop this oil off and tie me up, man.
You know, I thought this was gonna be the end of Tommy. I actually thought Joel was gonna be the one to live and have to deal with Tommy's death,
Yeah,
not
but
the
it wouldn't
opposite
have
way
been as
around.
much drama because Tommy would have got killed by the things, and it's like, how Joel gonna get revenge on the things? It would have been like ironic if Ellie would have been the cure, and then saving Ellie inadvertently gets Tommy killed in the future. That would have been a cool little. They could have finagled that some kind of way. I just don't see how they could write that. But I don't know. This Jackson, the war for Jackson was pretty dope though. Like they
Hmm.
was prepared as shit. Like,
Yes,
and,
they
and
were.
I do like the fact that they had the gas barrels and they shot them
Hmm.
and they didn't explode because like it's not enough heat from a bullet round to ignite gasoline. Even though in the movies it's all it take. But they shot them shits and they threw the torches at the shit. Like that was dope. Like they set it up pretty well. They needed better walls, man.
But
Cause
they
this
was good with
damn
that.
bloater just bust through like it wasn't shit.
He damn did. I don't think they knew the strength of him. Other than that, they was good prepared. This is how you prepare for an apocalypse attack.
Oh yeah. You
Like
could
they
tell
knew where to get their
they ran
weapons. They knew how
drills.
to get information. Like they knew how to hide everybody else. Like this was a good plan. Now they probably just didn't account for the bloater.
They didn't. They definitely didn't.
Cause
Mm-mm.
those you only see one of those every once in a while. Like they was prepared for the little fast clicker joker. We got that. Well, they didn't know what to do with this big joker here, who just was
Yeah.
did not want to die.
I do like the fact that they killed him the way you kill him in the game. Use
Mhm.
fire pretty much. Molotov cocktails, freaking flamethrowers, and some explosives and shit. You really can't. You can shoot him to death, but you will probably run out of ammo before you kill him.
He wasn't trying to die though.
Yeah, nah. It takes forever to kill one of them shits. Like
And that's
they
that's it.
are
That's
the
in the
boss
game
battles.
too. That you have to. It takes a minute in the game for him
Yeah, because they're the
to
boss.
drop to.
He a boss battle. Like there's another variant called the Rat King that Abby fights in the game. That's like it's like 3 boulders put together. That thing, bro. They better do that. They better do the Rat King dope though. That's the best boss in the game. It's the best boss fight in the game too. But that thing is freaking horrifying. Like that shit was horrifying to fight.
I need to see that some Resident Evil creature looking things. I'm gonna need that, and I definitely need to see it take Abby down. I'm gonna have to look that up. Um,
I mean, you playing as Abby, so you kick that thing's ass.
true. We'll switch it in the show.
Oh man, but nah, they're definitely gonna. I mean, first off, Abby was. I mean, okay, her whole mission is revenge, but the man you came to kill literally saved your life. I don't see how she can square that. I just don't see how she can be like, this has to happen. Cause like how do you square that mentally? How do you look at the man that just kept you from becoming a sandwich and you torture him to death? Not only just kill him, but you torture him to death. Like you could have just shot him in the head if you really just wanted to do, get your revenge out, regardless of what he did. But like nothing Joel did to save her life in
Warranted
that
this. Like
moment.
he should at least gotten mercy for this.
Yeah,
At
like
least
she
if he was
could.
gonna take him out, that could have that was enough to have granted him a mercy killing.
Yeah, she could have just shot him in the head. That was that, like I was saying, everybody's great, and based on their actions in the moment, it's gonna determine or dictate how we feel about these characters. Because like in this moment, Abby looks like the ultimate bad. If she had just shot Joel in the head, we could have had a debate about whether or not, you know what I'm saying, she was like the problem here, you know. But the way she did it, she made herself the problem. She's the issue. Her own crew is like, bitch, what are you doing? Like, shoot this nigga so we can go. Like, her own crew was tired of that shit.
And she subjected them to that because see, they understood that she wanted to get it back in blood. There's like, it's cool. We got it. He killed your father. Look, first of all, we tired of hearing about it. You've been mad for 4 years that he shot your dad. Okay. But he executed you. He didn't go and just brutally murder your dad. He was trying to save Ellie. You took pleasure in this. This is why she reminds me of Joffrey Baratheon and Ramsay Bolton, because both of them little shits loved the art of torture. They tortured people to death for their own sick enjoyment. That's why she is now in the category with them. And then she had to subject the people around her to it. Like, they didn't come here for that. They came here to support you and getting this done. You wanted, vengeance, cool. We didn't want to sit here and watch you go golfing with Joel. We didn't ask for this type of
Especially
show.
the chick who was the medic. She had the medical supplies and shit. She was not feeling that shit at all. And I could see, I could understand, because like being trained, they were trained in the militia. Being trained and being a trained medic, your whole entire thing is preserving life, saving life. And even Abby talked about how the people that trained them taught them not to kill defenseless people. So there's a level of nobility in how they operate, how this group operates. And Abby just totally ignored that. She just totally went against what they, how they normally do things. And there is a level of understanding in her group. Like they understand her father died. But at some point you gotta let it go. And they were trying to convince her to leave before she stumbled on to getting Joel there anyway. Because Buddy was like, I ain't got no plan for storming a goddamn city. So I gotta convince Abby to go, or we're gonna be the only ones that die out here. And he had a point. Because Abby was not, she was like a dog chasing a car. Like, you if you catch the car, what you gonna do? Fucking nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she had no plan B. She had no next step. It was get Joel, get Joel, get Joel. And even her group knew how like suicidal that was. Like, they knew how suicidal her actions were. And for me, it's like, girl, if you want to die because your daddy dead, die by yourself. Don't don't bring the whole crew down with you. And that's what she essentially did. Because
and how are they gonna like now travel with, because they see what she's capable of, and they see where her mental state is.
Yeah,
I don't want her. I wouldn't want to travel with her in my group.
I mean, she a liability. She a liability. Like, what if okay, we in the group together. We all been together for 4 straight years. We aces. If one of us dies, get killed by somebody, we gonna go on another crusade. We gonna go on a whole another crusade and hunt down whoever killed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and what you gonna do? Play baseball next time? We went golf this time.
Oh
Next
my
time it's gonna be
God.
baseball.
No,
Like,
next time we gonna fuck around and die. Fucking with you. And like for me, yo, like Abby was mad irrational. Like, yeah, a bullet to the head, and she still maintains a level of justice, of a justified killing. Torture, you the bad guy. Like, you just became the bad guy. And so, they're gonna play with our emotions, because we're like in the game. After this part, you switch back to Ellie. You play Ellie after this part, and then you play some more Abby. And when you do that, that's not the right slide. But when you do that, they introduce a lot of aspects of Abby's life that makes you empathize with her. And like she has a dog that the dog is cool. You can play with the dog in the game. Dog is your companion in the game. It's like boom, Abby and the dog, and then you play as Ellie and you kill the dog. You know what I'm saying? So like the whole thing is just people who exist within this gray area and they do bad shit. They do bad shit and they do good shit. And based on the last bad shit or the last good shit they did is how we feel about them. And it really like makes you question your own morality. Like, am I a moral person or does my morality just blow in the wind? Is it just I'm riding with Joel, so it's fuck Abby? Or I'm riding with Abby, so it's fuck Joel, even though they both wrong. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get there. Watch, they gonna make it. It gonna make a lot of people start liking Abby, even after this happened.
But see, that's what happened in The Walking Dead. Do you know how many people that love Negan was supposed to die, but the
Yeah,
fans loved him so much they kept him alive.
yeah. I mean,
People
I
freaking love Negan, and then to the
because
point where they
everything
had
Morgan
to
is
do
legit.
they had to do an episode to give us Negan's backstory
Yeah,
to how he got the way that he was, and made us feel sorry for him. Introduced us to his wife that was sick, and how he was trying to go out and get her cancer medicine and all this kind of stuff because people, as much as us, because we started this thing off with Rick. And people started falling for freaking Negan. And it's still that way. Negan is still alive in the Walking Dead universe.
yeah.
He's
He
still
integrated.
there to
He
where people
integrated
are
pretty well.
rooting for him. They
Yeah,
don't root for him to the point where they don't even like y'all not, and they're mad at Maggie now for being mad at Negan for killing Glenn. They're like, Maggie, get over it. Like that was in the past. Like move on. Like people are mad at Maggie
yeah. That's
because they
why
love Negan so much.
I don't think. I mean, I like Negan. I like Negan even when he was the bad guy. I thought he was just funny, but he did too much. He did too much. Like, bro did too much, and it's funny how like in Negan's case they kind of washed over the fact that he was forcing multiple women to sleep with him when he was controlling the saviors. Like, yeah, kind of a rapist. They glossed over that.
But then
And
it was
it's
just
like,
like, oh, we don't do that here. But if it was anybody else, it was like, we don't do that here.
oh yeah, that shit was crazy. When dude tried to rape Sasha or whatever, like, I get the fuck out of here. You raping like 5 women, dude. Like they don't want to be with you. They with you because they scared.
Exactly. But he's just like, oh, we don't. That's one of our rules. We don't do that here.
It's like, get out of
So,
here. But see, with Abby, like when they clean up her image, and they're going to, like, I know they are. And I know like half the fan base is gonna be like, fuck Abby still. They're gonna feel manipulated. They're gonna feel like, oh, you're trying to manipulate my emotions for me to like this person that I don't fuck with at all. But I feel like there are people who don't have this natural animus towards Abby who will see the greater nuance. Like, they'll understand that this is just the world, man. Like, there ain't no good and bad. Like, you watching the story, like, you want to root for somebody because that's how stories go typically. But this ain't that kind of story, bro. Like, we're not rooting for anybody. This is just an eye for an eye. Everybody's blind. That's what this is. And I feel like if that comes across well, the show will do well. But if the initial people who just hate Abby and just don't want to know nothing about her and don't want to follow her, if they become the biggest voices on this show or the biggest part of the discourse for this show, the show will tank. And that sucks to me because it's like, instead of accepting the story from what they give it to you, from how they're giving it to you, you want to change it to suit your own sentiments. Like, nigga, it's not your fucking story. It's their story. Accept it for what it is. And like, it's not a bad story because it's not what you want from the story. Bad stories are written poorly. If it's written good, then it's a good story. You just don't like the outcome. So, you know, but that and the fact that Joel died the way that he died, I mean, I understand that too. You play as Joel for the most of the whole first game is really like 2 parts. So I understand, man. It's like playing fucking Super Mario. You play as Mario the whole game, and then Bowser caves his head in getting the part 2. And now you gotta play as Luigi. I get it. I understand, but you know, yeah, nah.
So that's what I'm with Ellie when she says, I'm gonna kill y'all, which is kind of the threat that Rick used to make to people every time they got captured. So I'm
That
gonna
was
kill
100% the threat Rick made.
That's
Oh,
it.
not only Rick,
Mhm.
but with say the specific thing he was gonna do. Like, I'm gonna take this machete and I'm gonna put it right.
Whenever he was saying they don't get to live, he didn't lie.
Yeah, nah.
He
Bro,
he meant it every time, but
I'm
Ellie
gonna be
said, I'm
real
gonna
with
kill
you.
y'all. Now I don't know
No,
how she gonna do it. I'm with her.
No future spoilers. Not gonna spoil nothing. But Ellie does kill a lot of people. Say that. Like, you're basically a fucking serial killer by the time you're done with that game. Like, shorty got a body count.
Well,
Like war numbers, you know what I'm saying?
well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And if Abby can get it back in blood, then so can Ellie. Because all y'all, they stood around and watched her do that.
They did. I mean, they tried to stop her, bro. Like, not stop her. They tried to like convince her to end the shit. Yeah, she just owned one. The only one, the dude who spoke in Spanish, I forget his name, but he was a jackass in the game. Now, I'll spoil his. He dies, and I fucking like the way he died, and I hope they kill him the same way in the show that they did in the game. So yeah.
I'm here for it. Y'all drop in the comments. Are y'all here for Ellie seeking her her vengeance? And I know she's a little angry because I feel like she still feel like that her and Joel weren't where they should be, and she had to watch his end come.
Yeah, they didn't have a chance to reconcile before he died.
She had to see that, and she had to see him in the most gruesome manner possible, in a way that she couldn't help him the way that he has always tried to help her. And that's we're gonna ride off into the snow.
Yeah, that's
after we done got invaded by clickers and fireflies.
Yeah, I mean, that it was a see, and this is why it's weird that this happened in the second episode, because it's like episode 2 somber ending, because he kind of like faded to black as they rolled off, and it's like it really felt too soon for Joel. Like, I felt like it needed to happen, but at the same time it felt too soon. But also at the same time, having played the game, he does die in the first hour of part 2 of the game. So it's like, how many episodes can you fit into an hour's worth of video game before you kill the man off? So it felt abrupt, but at the same time, it felt like a natural flow, I guess. I blame the storm, man. Like, I blame the fact that they went out when there was a storm approaching, and that literally got Joel killed. Because they kept their ass home, let the storm blow over. Now, they might have still got attacked by them damn infected. Cause Abby was the one that woke them up accidentally. So they still might have got attacked. But Joel probably would have survived at least if they would have stayed in from the damn storm. So, but it is what it is, man. You had to get them out there somehow. As a writer, I'm saying. I do wonder how Tommy gonna react to this shit though.
Yeah, cause I'm telling you, this was a hell of an episode. Tommy did his thing in this episode, though. I ain't never really thought too much of him as a character, but I might be Team Tommy now. He showed out with this one. He showed us how much of a leader he is in that community.
Yeah, he definitely is a leader.
That when it needed to be done, he did what he had to do, and he was willing to do what he had to do to protect his town and his family and all of that. So I can respect that.
The one thing I don't like about Tommy is him and his wife's relationship. It don't feel right. It ain't got nothing to do with her being black. It's just, I don't know. They don't have.
I beg your pardon.
I mean, they got weird ass chemistry, man. Like, I don't know. It's weird to me.
Maybe because we don't see them enough. Like we didn't.
Yeah,
when we met them, we met them as the people who were running this place. We didn't get a chance to really we met them as leaders in the community. We didn't meet them as
a couple of people. Yeah. And we kind of met them in passing too, because Joel was just passing through when he met her. He was trying to get Tommy to take Ellie because he felt like he couldn't do it no more. Mm-hmm. But shit, bro. There's so many opportunities Joel could have not died like this. Because if he'd let Tommy take her, Tommy would have took her, she'd have got killed. That's another thing. And that's the biggest thing for me. Fuck the Fireflies, yo. Like, they assumed that Ellie would lead them to a cure because she was immune. It makes no sense. They don't they wanted to make a vaccine for a fungus. Today, in the real world, there ain't no fungal vaccines. They're trying to make them, but because fungi are eukaryotic cells, they're complex cellular organisms, multicellular organisms. It's difficult to get your body to respond to that. That's if tapeworm, like a parasite. What exactly are your T cells and your immuno cells gonna do to a big object in your body? A fungus is a big object in your body. It's bigger than all your cells. So there's no way they're gonna be able to. Well, they can, but it's very difficult for your body to respond to a fungus and get rid of it on the immunological level. And it's so the Fireflies were going to use her brain to do what exactly? You're in a makeshift hospital. You got a doctor and 2 nurses. Where's your scientist? Where's your immunologist? Where's your biotechnologist?
I don't know. I would have been willing to take that risk, though. I would have been willing to try.
But it's yo,
for the greater good.
There's no way that you can pass on her immunity to other people from a fungus. The fact that she gained immunity because she was bitten during the birthing process is already a miracle in itself. It's a miracle in itself. Because, I guess you can say her mom kind of vaccinated her. Her mom was exposed. And then through the umbilical cord, she got her mom's antibodies from their exposure to the fungus. And therefore, it was vertically transferred to her from her mom. And she's immune. I get that. It makes a little more sense than chopping her brain up and somehow making a vaccine. The Fireflies were on some mad scientist shit. I feel like Joel saved her life. And if Joel didn't save her, she would have died for nothing. That's how I feel about the whole Firefly thing. It just don't make no sense to me. I'm not. I mean, I'm a scientist, but I'm not. I'm not immunologist. But I do know that it's hard to fucking fight a fungus, and using one person. You know what? They would have been better off, and this sucks. They would have been better off if they just had pregnant women get bit. No, I'm saying, because then the next generation would have the immunity. You know what I'm saying? Now you sacrifice a bunch of women to do this, but the next generation has the immunity. Then they have kids with each other, and they pass the immunity on vertically without the next generation having to get bit to pass it on. Like that's a better system for immunizing the population than chopping up a little girl's brain. Like
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell, What the hell, Burton?
I'm saying, like, real talk though. We know, no. We know for a fact that this creates immune humans. We know that for a fact. If it's that desperate and you're trying to restart the population,
if you're a science person, drop in the comments what y'all have on this theory. And make sure you hit that like button. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And tell us what you all thought about this episode. Was your feelings hurt when Abby was trying to get her a green jacket in this episode? How did you feel about the action sequences with the clickers? Like, let us know your thoughts on episode 2. We're going to be back next week on our regular time on a Monday to do The Last of Us. Make sure you look out tomorrow for Handmaid's Tale Live, and then I will be doing an upload for Godfather of Harlem episode 2, and the Sinners panel is up on the channel right now. If you all have not went to go see the movie Sinners, please go do so. I am probably going to go see that movie for a second time. Brilliant movie. There is so much there.
I bet you ain't gonna see it as many times as I saw Captain America.
That depends, because I'm definitely going to go see that movie again. Okay, I'm definitely going to go and see Sinners one more again. But thank you all for joining us, and we will see y'all in the next one. Well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear. No, I can't help but to hear. Thank you.
Thank you.
What a beautiful wedding.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.